Well, no lack of energy right now, Sage, so I imagine you're feeling good coming into this week.
Yes, feeling great. Yes, sir.
Yeah, talk about kind of, the relationship with Team Alpha Male. I mean, everybody's been really keen on that and feeling like it's a good fit for you. Talk about your experience there. What's it been like for you training with that team?
Yeah, Team Alpha Male has been amazing. I have my coach, Uriah Faber. He's watching me do everything pretty much all the time, so I'm training or grappling live or sparring live. He's over there making adjustments, correcting me. He's really hands-on, so that makes a big difference.
It seems like, too, when people think about it, your attitude, their attitude, like, it just fits. Do you feel like that's an important part of it, is like feeling comfortable and that, like, the vibe is just kind of there?
Definitely, yes, sir. Yeah, everybody there's so upbeat and energized. So, yeah, Mr. Faber is kind of like, he's always happy, smiling, always upbeat for training, and then the whole team is, too.
Very cool. Technically, what have they brought you game? What do you feel like you've been able to refine in your time with them?
You know what? I say the biggest thing is my transitions. So like, not just the striking alone, the wrestling alone, or jiu-jitsu alone. Obviously, all that's improved, but how to mix it together. So that's the biggest thing for me.
I think people consider you a striker at heart. I mean, is that the fighter that you always want to be? Is a striker at heart, or do you feel like you just can't do that in this game anymore?
Oh no way! I want to be super well-rounded. So I want to eventually be the best wrestler out there, be the best grappler out there, along with being the best striker. So be all of them at one time.
Very cool. Fighting back here in Texas, certainly. I mean, you get a lot of attention regardless whenever you fight. But is it fun being here, being back in Texas?
Yeah, you kidding? Texas? Yeah, it's super fun. I know I have my friends coming down to watch and tuning in, so that's gonna be a blast too.
Very cool. Does it add any responsibility? Sometimes people think, when you're fighting close to home, whatever, you got to get tickets for people. You got people that want to hang out with you, see you, talk to you, and you're trying to get in fight week mode. I mean, has that been difficult at all?
Not too much, no. It's actually pretty fun because I'm like, it's actually less stressful because I know I have my friends backing me up, my family backing me up, people that are there supporting me, cheering me on, so it kind of pumps me up more.
Very cool. Let's talk about your opponent, Tiwa Goody. Okay. Is it somebody you knew much about? I mean, he's had some successes, some setbacks, that sort of thing. But did you know much about him when you were matched up with him?
Not too much. I knew that he fought for the Ultimate Fighter show, and he trains in Albuquerque, New Mexico, I believe. He is from France, so I knew those things. But I've been studying his tapes, and so has my coaches. So I'm looking forward to the fight. What
do you think about him? I mean, when you look at what he does and what he does best and how he matches up, I mean, how do you feel about it?
He fought in the Ultimate Fighter. Everybody in the UFC is very talented. And he looks like he's pretty well-rounded.
What is your preparation process like? I mean, do you spend a lot of time really breaking down the science and studying the other guys, or is it more, trust your coaches? How do you prepare?
I mean, obviously you have to trust your coaches. That's why they are my coaches. And for me and my coaches both study the material together. So me, Mr. Faber, my dad, we all sit down together, we study the material, study the film, and see like what kind of tendencies my opponent's making, what the good things are, the bad things are, what I can do to capitalize on them. So I think it's important to do that for me.
No doubt. You came to the UFC so young, but you've been here a while. You've had a handful of fights. Is it starting to feel comfortable to you, or is it still new? Is it still difficult? How's your comfort level right now?
You know what? It's been way more comfortable since I withdrew from school. So now I'm not starting to be a petroleum engineer. I'm able to focus full time on the fighting, and now it's like the confidence is going up. You're feeling way more better because I know I'm improving every single day. Instead of just taking the talent that I did have from a little kid and just going off that, now I'm getting to build that talent and become better.
What do you think you're able to do more of? Is it more technique training? Is it more just, is it strength training? Is it rest even? I mean, what do you think that you're able to do more without having school in your life as well?
You know what? It's everything you just listed. So also along with that, I'm able to spar too. So I'm able to get those live feelings and see, like put the time in with it. So before, I might have visualized something in my head, like, hey, I'm gonna go out there and act this and do this out there, but I never got a chance to try it on my partners. So now I get a chance to try it in there's live sparring with some of the best guys in the world, having some of the best coaches in the world coach me and correct me, so it's making a big difference.
How do you feel about your UFC career so far? I mean, you've had some wins, you've had some losses, but there was so much expectations on you, right? So much attention right away. I mean, are you happy with what you've done so far? Do you feel like you could have done better? How do you look back on your career thus far?
Oh, you know what? I'm extremely happy. For me, it's an honor. It's always going to be in the UFC, so I feel privileged, and it's a huge honor to fight for the UFC. Being so young, only 21 years old, coming at 19 years old, so 2 years ago pretty much, and getting to build off that now and see where I can really go in my UFC career, now that I'm getting to focus on it.
I was going to say, does it feel like now, I mean, not that you take away what you already have, but does it feel like now is almost like the real start of things as they go for your professional career?
Absolutely, I believe so. I think it's just going to keep getting better and better, and I'll keep improving.
I know you've got your eyes on being a world champion. What do you get done this year? How do you get toward what are the goals to knock out this year?
Yes, sir. You know what? I like to fight pretty frequently, so I've been blessed so far to be undefeated at 155 lightweight. That's a big blessing. I'm looking forward to this fight, so right now I'm focusing just on this fight this Sunday, and then taking one fight at a time. But looking to put a great show on and be victorious in my future fights.
Very nice. Well, it will be a big start on Sunday night. When you close your eyes, when you play this one out in your head, I mean, how do you think you get this win on Sunday?
You know what, like Mr. Faber says, he kind of visualizes it, and like for me too, if you go to the ground and you're wrestling, then you're out wrestling the wrestler. If you're doing jitsu, you're out jitsuing the jitsu person out there. If you're doing ground and pound, you're the one getting on top, ground and pound him, or submitting him from your back, whatever it might be, out striking him. So I guess whoever the fight plays out, I've been working all those positions, all the different scenarios, trying to make myself the best at those.